Okay, so our topic for today is all about factoring sum and difference of two cubes, which is also the continuation of our topic last time, which is factoring. This is the third topic about factoring. Okay, so as you can see here, paano nyo malalaman if we can use sum and difference of two cubes in a given equation? First, dapat ang equation natin must consist of two terms, the same as difference of two squared. But the second one is all terms are both perfect cubes. Kapag sa difference of two squared, di ba dapat kailangan perfect square? Pero dito sa sum and difference of two cubes, iba sa kanya. Dapat all terms are both perfect cubes. So ano bang ibig sabihin ng perfect cubes? And here, as you can see here are some numbers which are perfect cubes. Let's say, for example, 1. 1 is also an example of perfect cube. Why? Because the cube root of 1 is 1. The cube root of 343 is 7. So basically, pag sinabing perfect cube, yung factors niya are all the same. Tatlong beses siyang times by itself. The answer is this. All of this. This is our perfect cubes. So, 27 is also perfect cubes kasi 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 3 is 27. Therefore, 27 is also perfect cube. So, ito yung listahan ng perfect cube natin. So, I'm gonna give you an example of sum and difference of two cubes. So, we have the factor of a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. Okay, so let's find the equation of these two factors. So, paano natin makukuha? All we have to do is to multiply these two factors and then we get the equation. Okay, so a times a squared, the answer is a cubed. A times positive ab, the answer is positive a squared b. A times positive b squared, the answer is positive ab squared. A negative b times a squared, the answer is negative a squared b. Then negative b times positive ab, the answer is negative a b squared. Negative b times positive b squared, the answer is negative b cubed. So, combine like terms, bring down a cubed. Next is a squared b, negative a squared b. Nakakancel na sila kasi 1 minus 1, the answer is 0. So, cancel. Next is this one over here. Next is this one. So, positive ab squared minus ab squared, the answer is 0. Cancel. So, bring down negative b cubed. And this is our equation. So, kung napapansin ninyo, ito ay example ng equation na pwede natin gamitan ng factoring sum and difference of two cubes kasi it is consists of two terms, which is a cube at saka b cube. All terms are both perfect cube kasi yung exponent niya is 3 and 3, which is divisible by 3, multiples by 3. So, ibig sabihin, pwede natin gamitin to at kapag finactor natin to, ganito ang magiging format niya. Okay, and then, kapag negative to, tandaan ninyo, kapag negative ang gitna, tandaan ninyo, lahat ng factors sa kabila ay all positive. And then, the second one is negative. Ito yung kailangan yung tandaan. Kapag nagpa-factor tayo ng sum and difference of two cubes, is this format. Kasi later on, we will use it. So, how about if the equation is positive? Kasi since we are dealing with the sum and difference. So I'm gonna give you an example of an equation which is positive naman yung gitna dito. So we have the factors a plus b and then a squared minus ab plus b squared. Okay, so to get the equation of these two factors, so we're gonna have to multiply them. So let's multiply. A times a squared, the answer is a cubed. A times negative ab, the answer is negative a squared b. A times positive b squared, the answer is positive ab squared. Sorry for my handwritten. So a squared times b, the answer is positive a squared b. Next is positive b times negative ab, the answer is negative a b squared. Positive b times positive b squared, the answer is positive b cubed. So let's combine like terms. Bring down a cubed since wala siyang like terms. Negative a squared b plus positive a squared b is cancel. 1 minus 1 is 0. Next is ab squared. Positive ab squared minus ab squared, the answer is also 0, cancel. Then bring down positive b cubed. So as you can see here, if we have positive equation, then this is our format. Kung napapansin ninyo, this will be alternate sign. First is positive, the second one is negative, then positive. Okay, so positive, negative, positive. So we have to memorize this format for us to para madali lang para sa atin na i-factor yung mga given equation. Okay, so for our first example, for factoring sum and difference of two cubes, we have a cubed plus 8b cubed. So kung napapansin ninyo, sa baba, we have this equation. Kasi sabi ko nga sa inyo, kailangan yung i-memorize ito. Okay, so since ang equation, paano natin malalaman kung factoring sum and difference of two cubes ang gagamitin? First, dapat lahat ng exponent ng variable are all divisible by 3. Yes, check. Contains two terms. Yes, check. Next is all terms must be perfect cube, which is 8 is perfect cube. So therefore, we can use this factoring form for sum and difference of two cubes. Since positive siya, nakita ninyo, ang pipiliin nating form ay ito ang titingnan nating form. Kasi po, positive siya. Ayan, positive. Pero pag negative yan, ito yung titingnan natin. Okay? So, let's solve it. Okay. So, now, divide natin yung exponent niya. 3 divide 3, the answer is A. Copy the sign plus. Then, the cube root of 8 is what? That is, let's see, the answer is 2. The cube root of 8 is 2 because 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So we will write 2. Next is for the exponent 3. 3 divided 3 is the answer is 1. So bilang lalagay natin dito. Next, focus our eyes here. Dito lang tayo titingin. Kalimutan natin to. Dito tayo titingin for us to get the other factor. Dito lang kayo titingin. Okay, so twice natin yung first term. A times A. If we multiply variables, we add the exponent. Okay, nag-add tayo ng exponent. So A times A, the answer is A squared. So next, copy the sign. Nakita nyo dito, ang sabi kapag positive, magiging negative siya. Automatically. So negative, then positive. Okay? So saan ko kinopya yun? I just copy the sign here in the format. So AB, ibig sabihin, we multiply these two terms. So multiply natin. Okay. Answer, A times 2b. A times 2b, the answer is 2ab. Next, 2b times 2b. Yung pinaka-last term daw. 2b times 2b is 4b squared. So, kung nakikita ninyo dito, minultiply ko lang ng dalawang beses ito. Ito yung nagiging sagot. Sa gitna naman, pinag-combine ko silang dalawa para makuha to. And for the last term, kanina ito yung pinag-times ko ng dalawang beses. Ngayon, yung last term naman ang pinag-times ko ng dalawang beses. At ito yung naging sagot. And this is our final answer. For our second example, we have 8m raised to 6 minus n raised to 3. So let's check first if we can use sum or difference of two cubes in this equation. So first, dapat must contain two terms. We have 8m raised to 6, that is our first term. The second term is negative n raised to 3. So may dalawa tayong terms. All exponent ng mga variables, ng mga literal coefficient must be multiples of 3 or dapat pwede silang i-divide sa 3. 8 is also perfect cubes. So now we can solve it using factoring sum and difference of two cubes. So first, let's determine kung ano yung gagamitin nating form sa dalawa. Since negative siya, ang titingnan nating form ay itong unahan. Kasi negative. So, our eyes, dito tayo titingin. Focus our eyes in this first equation here. So, tsaka ng line. At hindi ito kasali. So, let's factor it. Okay, so first, what is the cube root of 8? The answer is 2. Then, divide the exponent 6 into 3. The answer is 6 divided 3. The answer is 2. Copy the sign, negative. Next, 3 divided 3. The answer is 1. So, n na lang ang natira. Kasi 1. Then, next is focus our eyes dito. Let's forget about this equation. Dito tayo titingin. Tandaan, kapag negative, magiging positive lahat yung susunod na factors niya. Yung factored niya. So, positive, positive. Yan. Next is, ita-twice natin to. Multiply the first term twice. 2m squared times 2m squared. The answer is 4m raised to 4. Pagkatapos natin mamultiply yan, pasasamahin naman natin itong dalawa na to. So, 2m squared times n, the answer is 2m squared n. Next, kanina, we multiply the first term twice. Ngayon, for our last term, we multiply the last term twice. So, n times n, the answer is n squared. And this is our final answer. Okay, so for our third equation, we have x cubed minus 27h cubed. So, let's check first if we can use sum or difference of two cubes. First, it must be two terms. All exponent ng mga variables natin must be divisible by 3. So, check 27 is perfect cube. So, ano yung form na gagamitin natin? Since it is negative, ito yung gagamitin nating form. Instead of using this one, ito yung gagamitin natin. Okay? So, bakit yan yung gagamitin natin? Dahil sa negative sign dito. So, let's solve. So, let's divide the exponent. 3 divide 3, the answer is 1. So, ibig sabihin, we only have 1k na natitira. So, copy the sign negative. What is the cube root of 27? Again, here, 27. The cube root of 27 is 3. So, we just write it here. Then, divide the exponent 3. 3 divide 3, the answer is h. So, let's focus our eyes here in this equation and not here. Dito kayo titingin. Okay, so, since it is negative, kapag negative, lahat ng sign dito ay magiging automatically positive. So, positive, positive. So, double the first term. So, k times k, the answer is k squared. Next, multiply these two terms together for the second term. So, k times 3h, the answer is 3hk. Okay, next is multiply the last term twice. 3h times 3h, the answer is 3 times 3, the answer is 9, then h squared. If we multiply the variables, we add the exponent. And that is our final answer. So for our last example, we have this one. So a cube, b cube plus c cube. So check, we have two terms. All of the exponent are all multiples of 3. So therefore, there are all perfect cube. So solve na natin. Kung napapansin niyo, this one is positive, therefore dito tayo titingin. Ito yung form na ipa-follow natin and not here. So this one and not here. So now let's solve it. Let's factor it. So 3 divide 3, the answer is 1. So we only have 1a. Next, 3 divide 3, the answer is b. 1 na lang natira. Then copy the sign plus. Next is 3 divide 3, the answer is also 1 na lang. So c. So, let's focus our eyes here in this equation, in this factored form, and not here, but here. Okay, so first, copy the sign. If it is positive, then we have negative, positive. Alternate yung sign. So, negative, positive. So, where did I get this sign? In here. sa forms natin. Ito kasi yung pina-follow natin. Okay, next. Twice the first term. AB times AB. Anong sagot? A squared, B squared. Okay, next. Ipagsasamahin natin silang dalawa para sa second term. Okay, so AB times C. The answer is ABC. For our last term, kanina, ang tinimes natin twice is the first term. Siyempre, para sa last term, ang times naman natin twice is the last term. So, C times C, the answer is C squared. And this is our final answer. So, I hope you understand our topic about sum and difference of two cubes. So, thank you.